Alright, so I got a quick video on my dad's Cleveland Iron Works stove. This is from a huge conglomerate of pellet stoves. They're all very similar to each other. I think this one's Enercorp or Energy Corp or something like that. Their tech line has been pretty helpful for us, but we've got a ESO 3 code. It's pretty neat because if you press the thumbs up on this, you can immediately see the sensor values. So R is our room temp sensor. It's showing -4 or -4, which is irrelevant because it's about 60 in here. Here's our S, which I believe is the fire or heat sensor. I can't remember. Don't take my word on that. And then P is protection, so 63 degrees. Those are working. That almost gives us our solution. So what I'm going to do is turn it off. I just turned off our switch to the power. So the stove is dead, though I was told you can swap these live. I'm going to take out the white one, which is room temp sense, and then we can take out our yellow, which is protection. The way you take these out is you squeeze the back of them. Just like that. Squeeze and pull. I like to squeeze it, wiggle it as I pull. Otherwise, you'll damage your motherboard and you'll have a bigger issue on your hands. I'm going to go ahead and don't mind this cluster of wiring. That's the new temp sensor, because that's what our issue was. We're going to put our room temp sensor where the protection was and put this guy, the protection sensor, right where the room temp sensor was. And then we're going to turn it back on. Also, this panel comes off with 2 Phillips head screws on the back, and it slides off. It's really easy. You just lift up on this panel. You can see the hooks. So you just lift up and take it off. Anyways, power is back on. ESO 2 now. So we got a different code, different sensor is what it's telling us. R, so room temp is showing 63, that's fixed. S, I believe, like I said, heat or fire, that's 63. And now P, which is our protection, which was good before, is now showing the code that we saw previous, which is telling us that room temp sensor was bad because once we swapped the white one into a different place, it showed the same value, which shows us our sensor is dead. So for ESO 3 on my pellet stove, we ended up getting a new room temp sensor. Cleveland Iron Works took care of us on this one, especially since it's my dad's, and they were really quick to respond. So don't be afraid to call their tech line. They're pretty good, especially if you're handy. Anyways, go ahead. Do not forget to swap these wires back. These ones are color-coded. Yours might not be. Go ahead and fish your new sensor cable into it. And these are just kind of slacked right over top of the fan. I ended up tying these up with a little bit of electrical tape lightly because I didn't like how close they were. Other than that, she's good to go. I took a moment to clean out the motherboard on this, or the circuit board, because this one has a little bit of rust forming. And the bottom of your box is going to be filled with dust if you've been running it without cleaning it. So, yeah, that's that for an ESO 3. ESO 2 and ESO 1 are most likely going to be sensor issues. And they told me that it is likely that this entire board can fail, telling you a sensor is bad. In reality, it's not. I'm assuming at that point it might be a bad solder connection on the back of the motherboard they're not going to talk about. I don't know. That's not my area of expertise. I've also been told that you can hold these temp sensors when they're failing just to get it to light, just so you can get temperature back into the sensor. I believe this is a resistive sensor. I have no idea. That might work. Ours did not. If I tried to do that, it wouldn't do anything. So there was no way to fix our old situation. Anyways, I'm going to power it back down. I'm going to put my new sensor in, and she'll be good to go. You won't have any issues. If you still do have a code when you swap these wires around, it might be a situation where you call a tech or you just call the service line and see if you actually do need the board. All right, that's all I got on this stove today. Thanks.